Alright guys, we're back for that last video, and this is going to show you how broken is the Echoing Strike Death Sigil Warlock in the Chaos Sanctuary. Now, I highly recommend you get a teleporting staff that has charges on it. Mine has 48. You can also use this Naja's staff, which has like 69 on there. A lot easier unless you actually like to grind through all this wave. I usually don't bother with it, and of course we get stuck here. That's always nice. I love that. That's always a good start. It's like, yeah, let me show you what's so good about the Chaos Sanctuary, and it's like immediately get stuck on the side. This is on players 8. And this is what happens when you have a really broken character and combine it with a sigil that works like Corpse Explosion. And most people will usually not be bothered with players 8 almost on anything if they are running budget gear, because you are really going to struggle, especially with Chaos Sanctuary. They can be very intimidating, especially with its curses and stuff like that. I would love to see new players nowadays to actually try to take on Chaos Sanctuary back in the day. I believe it was before Lord of Destruction came out, or maybe sometime within that time of Lord of Destruction, when Iron Maiden was a thing, and if you came in here with the Barbarian, you would literally get one shot, and... oh, I heard a rune drop. Well, those low runs, and you would get one shot as a barbarian or any melee type character, and you could not do anything. You literally had to hold your ass together and hope that they didn't curse you with Iron Maiden. Otherwise, you were pretty much stuck on Act 4, or you took, you know, a really slow time and hope that they changed those curses so that you did not get hit by Iron Maiden. That was one of the nice things about playing the Sorceress, who had probably the best advantage at that time with that, because, you know, oh, you're struggling with this, and just, you know, especially if you chose to be a cold Sorceress, you had probably the best shot out of everyone because of Stormcasters being, you know, resistant to lightning, Doom Knights and the Venom Lords being immune to fire. The only thing you really had to worry about was the, you know, Oblivion Mages over here, and because they're immune to cold, you know, you just have Mercenary. Oh, we got a Monarch right there, and you just had your Merc take him out, which sounds easy at the time, but if you had one that was a full boss, let's say immune to physical, of course they always come with standard curses anyway, so say immune to physical, extra fast with it, he kept casting Decrify onto your Merc. It made it really annoying to try to take these guys out, because that's all they hit you with your Merc, or you just hit you with Decrify, hit you with their little elemental damage, and then run away. Bozon had a pretty easy time with it, I guess, especially if you could make something like Faith, but since it was still considered a physical damage, and I'm pretty sure it still is now, projectile is still considered physical, you still had to be very careful with that. The Druid had a pretty easy time before, well, actually after they came out with the expansion part, because you make a Wind Druid, and since Wind Druids are considered cold and physical, but it doesn't work like actual melee, so that was actually really nice. Traps in hit play would have an easy time. Once again, you still have to worry about lightning immunes, but because Stormcasters are pretty weak in the physical defense, you really wouldn't need too much to actually take them out. So I'm going to turn this down just a bit. And Paladin, come in with a Hammerden, you know, you should just be annihilating chaos. But with a Warlock, as you can see, I'm not even using Death Sigil at the moment, and I'm just annihilating him. Just throw that down and just spam it like a landmine, you know. And this is just with budget gear. Now, imagine this, you have something, say, you can use something like a Fortitude, or use Enigma if you're going to use teleporting around and stuff like that. These boys are extra fast, and he's got Might too. No, excuse me, he's got Fanaticism. I'm thinking of my guy over here. Dead. Ooh, Eldritch Torch too. If I was running Magic Find, it might have been a different story. Yeah. Warlock pretty much just craps on Chaos Sanctuary. But I don't ever really run Chaos Sanctuary. You know, I might run it for Magic Finding. That's really about it. I don't really run it for Ruins because I just don't get anything good from here. You know, and you see the people on YouTube videos like that, you know, most of them just clips. And what they don't tell you is the amount of time or runs that they actually spend, because you see people dropping burrs and vexes and sirs and stuff like that, and you're like, well, why can't I get that? I'm running the same amount, just straight pure RNG, you know, just pure luck than anything else. But so we're going to show you how quickly we kill Diablo over here. Players 8, Diablo. Oh, wait a minute, let me switch my sigil here. Wrong sigil. Thardry. Diablo, dead. Hey, he was nice enough to drop us an Essence Terror. Thank you, sir. That's so nice of you. These boots in again? Crap. Yeah, so that's Chaos Sanctuary with that. I probably won't be doing a guide for the Throne of Destruction like that. Like I said, having to either teleport around or just continuously getting pummeled by poison, and if you have to add burning souls in there, makes it extremely annoying. It's one of the main reasons why I do not run a Throne of Destruction. If I do, I don't ever really bother doing Bale, because he's, like I said, Bale's such a cheap ass. You know, if you do, say, 100 runs, 99 times out of those 100 runs, you're not going to get anything from Bale, whether you have Magic Find or not. You know, there's always that one time he may actually drop something good, and it's just not worth doing the 99 runs to maybe only get one thing out of him. That's just my personal experience that I've had with Bale. It's one of the main reasons why I do not run him. I may do a couple of pit runs, stuff like that, to see if I get anything, but I usually just run pits for Magic Finding, and I think I'm going to start running cows for high ruins, stuff like that. Yeah, so there's only 2 items in the game that two items in the game that I've never gotten, and that is Griffin's Eye and a Zod Rune. I've pretty much gotten every single item in the game through my entire time of ever playing Diablo, and the last like 30-ish years that this game's been around. Those are the only 2 items that I've never gotten, and I know apparently you can get them both in the pits, at least in the Resurrected version, because Zod Rune and OG and Lord of Destruction, you can only get it in Act 5. But I have yet to see a Griffin's Eye. You know, I've got plenty of magic and socketed and, you know, Mavina's diadems, but never actually gotten a Griffin's Eye yet. But, yeah, so that's Chaos Sanctuary. If you have any questions, leave comments below. I'll try to ask them as best as possible. I'll see you guys.